Okay, we'll go ahead and get started with Coach Jess Simpson. Questions? Kelly?
You went from not having a lot of guys in the spring to work with to now having a full room. What has that been like, and how are you adjusting to these new defensive tackles you brought in?
It's been great, honestly. You know, going from having a lean room in the spring to bringing in some really good pieces. I think the theme in our room easily is competition, like those guys know. And there's a lot of guys getting ready to play, and a lot of guys competing for snaps. And if you look around and you hesitate or you wait a second, somebody's going to pass you up. So, you know, I don't know. I think any coach in the country tell you today, if you have good competition in your room during summer camp, that's a great thing for your room and your defense.
I know the relationships were strong already in the spring, but how much have they been strengthened over the summer and now into the fall?
You know what? I've said this already a couple times. Like when I first got here, I asked these guys to take a leap of faith and trust us, and they bought in. And, you know, we went through spring, and guys see themselves improving. That always helps. They get to know you, and they know you love them and you care about them, and you get closer. Then you bring in guys in the room that the guys love, that fit. And that's what Georgia Tech's about, find the right people and the right fit. And, we brought some guys in, some transfer guys that they just personalities, character, intangibles, work ethic fit our style of play. So that the guys have gelled really, really well, and they're doing a good job.
Can you speak a little bit more about those transfers?
Yeah, Thomas Gore from Miami, you know, he's here. J.J. Vandenberg, and then Jason Moore, who also used to be here. These guys are back, and all of them are in it. I mean, they're pouring it out for their brothers every day. They are working their tails off. They're good players. They're going to help this defense.
Rod?
Are Gore and Scott two guys you can move inside or outside?
Yeah, probably. I think, you know, Thomas right now probably going to stay inside. But certainly Machias is a guy that has a real position flex, playing our, three technique, playing our base end, and we've worked him extensively at both. Like, he's gotten a lot of equal reps playing inside and outside. He's doing a really nice job. He's in a really good place. Smart kid, has learned what to do, and I think he'll play winning football at both positions for us.
Jackson?
Ideally, how deep would you like to be up front? How many guys would you like to be able to rotate in and out?
Deep as I can be. And it's funny you asked that. I told them today, I said, guys, one of the beauties of ball is it takes all of us. And there's going to be times when somebody gets nicked and somebody gets injured, or somebody's over there cramping and has been, and it's going to take more than what they can even see right now. And, I think they're getting a vision for that, of what it could look like, how many guys we could play. If I had 6 guys ready to play, 5 guys ready to play, that's a pretty deep tackle room here in this league.
And then we'll go with Kelly.
You have a guy in Shaimick Jones who, going into his second year, is he ready to make the jump from a freshman to a sophomore, maybe get some playing time?
Funny you asked that, man. We've had some real heart-to-hearts. Shaimick he's growing. Like today, we had a heart-to-heart, and, man, I challenged him, and, man, I thought he really answered the bell. And he's certainly a young player and learning what to do, but you see real potential there. And I was like today, you take these things one day at a time, but like today I was really proud of how he responded to the challenge.
With Zeke and Horace, their physical transformation, some of it was before you got here, but it's very noticeable now how they've trimmed up. How are you seeing that on the field, and was that something that you wanted to see from them in particular? For
sure, man. I mean, I'm looking for athletes at D-tackle, in this defense. I always tell them big guys are a dime a dozen. I want big guys who can run. And particularly like Zeke, I think he has really, really worked hard. And what folks probably underestimate, about him is his ability to rush, his ability to move and stunt, and his ability to run out of the stack and chase the ball. The kid can really, really cover ground. Horace has made some real strides this summer. He did a good job working. I think he is in a good place, like learning how to work, how to train, keeping his body right, learning the defense. He's a lot of fun, man. He's the guy that lights up the room, but a really good kid.
Zeke is a guy who it seemed like the light came on the last half of last season. Is he the guy you expect to be that leader up front?
Yeah, he has to be. Like, there's no option and no choice for Zeke in that way. Like, he has to be the bell cow for us. We need him to get out front and lead. And, Zeke's not a big talker, but, man, he'll play, and he'll strain. And, he displays the competes and toughs that we want. And, for us to have a good defense, we got to be really good up the middle, and that's going to start with him for sure.
Kelly, you want to wrap this up?
Something I noticed about you watching, the day we got to watch all the practice and then seeing some of your work in the spring and now in the fall is you seem to really enjoy coaching and coach literally like from the beginning all the way to the end, all the way through every moment of practice. Is that something that, a lot of coaches don't do that. So like, where did that come from and kind of what is that your drive?
That probably started like, who I started coaching for, whether it was watching, Dexter Wood as a player at Merida High School or going and playing and then working for Coach Dye. Say it once, make them do it 1,000 times, chase the players out of the stack. I know every moment in practice is a teachable moment to me. I play center in the walkthroughs because I want the backup D tackle standing next to me, the other two tackles standing in front of me, and every rep we are literally taking mental reps and talking through, and I just don't want to waste a second. There's too much because we throw so much at this kid, and once the mastery takes place, they play fast. When we're out there, because we throw a lot of our kids. This is not a small playbook. And I always say, when you think you stink, when you go, I want them to know. I want to take the hesitation out of their game, and I want them to play fast. And that comes from knowledge, and it comes from them making a commitment to, like, playing that way, because it's hard to play that way. But I see these kids really buying into that, and it's been exciting.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank y'all. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it.